Well, hello, fellow horror fans. Well, our look at the Friday the 13th franchise continues on with Friday the 13th, Part 5, A New Beginning. Oh, joy. 5 years after the demise of mass murderer Jason Voorhees, the youngest survivor, Tommy Jarvis, awakens from a nightmare of him witnessing two grave robbers digging up Jason Voorhees' body. Jason rises from the grave and murders the grave robbers before advancing towards Tommy. Upon arriving at Pinehurst Halfway House, a secluded residential treatment facility, Tommy is introduced to director Pam Roberts and Dr. Matt Leder. In this assigned room, Tommy also meets Reggie, a boy whose grandfather, George, works as the kitchen cook. Other teens introduced are Redhead Robin, Goth Violet, Shy Jake, Short-Tempered Vic, and compulsive eater Joey Burns. The sheriff brings in two more residents, lovers Eddie and Tina, after catching them having sex on neighbor Ethel Hubbard's lawn. Ethel Hubbard and her son Junior show up and threaten to have the house closed down if the teens do not stop sneaking onto their property. Boy. Later that day, Vic is chopping wood with an axe, and Joey tries to have a conversation with him and offers him a chocolate bar, but Vic angrily chops up the candy bar. Rude. Joey then tells Vic that he's out of line, which leads to Vic angrily killing Joey with the axe. Well, that escalated quickly. As Vic is arrested, Joey's body is discovered by attending paramedics Duke and Roy. Roy is deeply disturbed by this, but Duke believes that the murder was a prank gone horribly wrong. Yeah, I doubt that. That evening, Greasers Vinny and Pete are murdered by an unseen assailant after their car breaks down. The following night, Billy and his girlfriend Lana are killed with an axe. Panic begins to ensue, but the mayor refuses to believe the sheriff's claim that, somehow, Jason Voorhees has returned. The next day, Tina and Eddie sneak off into the woods to have sex. Ethel's farmhand Raymond is killed while spying on the pair. While Eddie leaves to go wash off in the creek, Tina is murdered. Eddie returns to find her dead and is also killed himself. Tommy and Pam accompany Reggie to visit Reggie's brother Demon and his girlfriend Anita. Tommy gets into a fight with Junior and runs off. After Reggie and Pam leave, Demon and Anita are murdered. At the Hubbard farm, Ethel and Junior are both killed as well. Oh boy. Pam leaves Reggie at the halfway house to look for Tommy. After Reggie falls asleep, the killer enters and murders Jake, Robin, and Violet. Reggie awakens just as Pam returns before they discover the dead bodies in Tommy's room. That's not suspicious at all. The killer, revealed to be wearing a hockey mask, bursts into the house and chases them out into the rain after discovering the bodies of Duke, Matt, and George. Pam rushes toward the barn, chased by Jason, but he is struck by a tractor driven by Reggie. They run into the barn and hide as Jason comes to find them. Tommy comes shortly after and believes Jason to be a hallucination until he is attacked. Definitely not a hallucination, then. Together, they get Jason to fall out of the loft window, and he is killed upon landing on a harrow below. The killer is revealed to not have been Jason, but was Roy Burns all along. Plot twist! At the hospital, the sheriff tells Pam that Joey was Roy's son. After seeing his corpse, Roy went crazy and disguised himself as Jason so he could kill everyone at the house, apparently blaming them all for Joey's death. Okay, but what about the people that weren't responsible for his death? Why'd you kill them? Tommy, after waking up from a nightmare, has another hallucination of Jason, but he faces his fears, which makes Jason's hallucination disappear. He hears Pam approaching and smashes the window to appear as though he has escaped. When Pam rushes in, Tommy appears from behind the door wearing Roy's hockey mask and wielding a kitchen knife. Dun-dun-dun. So anyway, let's look at the production of this movie. Friday the 13th, A New Beginning was cast under a fake title, Repetition, and many of the actors in the film were not aware it was a Friday the 13th installment until after they were cast in their roles. Among the internet cast was lead actor John Shepard, who spent several months volunteering at a state mental hospital to prepare for the role, and that he felt, quote, really disappointed to discover that Repetition was actually the fifth entry in the Friday the 13th series. Actor Dick Wiand, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, stated that, quote, "It wasn't until I saw part 5 that I realized what a piece of trash it was. I mean, I knew the series' reputation, but you're always hoping that yours is going to come out better." And director Danny Steinman said that he, quote, "shot a fucking porno in the woods there. You wouldn't believe the nudity they cut out." According to the DVD box set Friday the 13th, Return to Crystal Lake, Corey Feldman was only able to make a cameo appearance in the film as a result of his involvement as an actor in The Goonies, which was released the same year as A New Beginning. Feldman filmed the inserts of his cameo on a Sunday, as that was his day off shooting his other film, and the footage was shot in the backyard of his family's home in Los Angeles with a rain machine. This is the only entry in the Friday the 13th film series to feature hockey mask design with 2 blue triangles pointing downward, as opposed to the more common variant of 3 red triangles with the lower 2 pointing upward. And finally, the soundtrack. And yeah, I know I'm going to repeat some of the same stuff I've said already before, but I don't care, I'm going to do it anyway. On January 13th, 2012, La La Land Records released a limited edition 6 CD box set containing Harry Manfredini's scores from the first 6 Friday the 13th films. It sold out in less than 24 hours. So overall, yeah, this movie's not all that good, and the fact that Jason's not the killer yet again is just kind of repeating the same old stuff over and over and over again. But yeah, and again, why did Roy kill the people that weren't responsible for Joey's death? Like, I just don't get that. Like, why? So anyway, so overall, I give Friday the 13th, A New Beginning, 1 jack-o'-lantern out of 5. Well, tune in tomorrow as we take a look at part 6, Jason Lives. So, until then,